Yo, what's up? It's DNA for sure. And this video is about how to escape from the prison known as confusion, delusion, institution. All three of those things. If you didn't know, if you live in a box, I'm gonna tell you right now that I'm chopped as a fox. But this is how you escape from the elements of confusion. What is the opposite of confusion? What is confusion's enemy? Ignorance's enemy is knowledge. The dark's energy is light. Enemy, not energy. The enemy of confusion is motivation. Too much fire incites the acts or the thoughts being attracted of confusion. And just enough fire in one direction can destroy all, will, and has for forever destroyed confusion. The lack of fire and the abundance of any other element. Too much water will give you too much emotion with no action. Too much knowledge, too many travels, too much being void, because that's what the earth, the air element symbolizes, signifies, and empowers. Too much knowledge, too many travels, and too much void without directed action. Too much freedom without directed action. Too much embodiment of the elements of the energies that you wish to attract, which is earth. If you put too many seeds in the ground without giving them motivation, if you just indulge in a lifestyle and put yourself into something too much without any motivation, that's only confusion. You need the motivation. You need the fire. You need the clarity, which is light, which fire also symbolizes, but is symbolized by the element ether, the fifth element. You need clarity. Clarity is something that motivated people embrace and know that they need in their lives. If you don't have clarity, you're confused. If you don't have direction, motivation, if you don't have a path, that's what that quote means. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. If you're not motivated in one direction, if you don't have a path, if you don't have a belonging, if you don't have a belief system in some way, if you don't have any morals, if you don't have any of that, you don't have vitality. If you don't have any of that, if you don't have that action, then you die. Everything that you love dies. If your family is just all willy-nilly and they all go in different directions and they all get their last names changed and they all lose all the morals and ways and techniques that you taught them to fuck the world. They're all gonna fucking die. You're gonna die if you don't have motivation and action. If you don't have fire, fire is the second element. Fire is the opposite of the element of change. Water is the element of change. Water is the element of evolution and thought. Fire is not about thought. Fire is not about evolution. Fire is not about change. Fire is about doing something one way, never stopping, and killing some shit when you think you need to stop. And I'm an Aries, the god of war. Mars, fire. In every civilization, he has been known as the god of fire, war, or the sun. Masculinity, or that's it. Ra. The Mayans, they worshiped Mars. But in that form, he was the god of the sun. The god of the sun in the Western world is not the god of the sun in the Eastern world. The god of the sun in the Western world is Mars. A lot of the gods of the Eastern world have been the equivalent to Poseidon, the god of the sea, which makes a lot of sense. So the god of the Eastern world, this way for you, this way for me, it was the god of the sea, which I never really thought about. The god of the sun of the Eastern world, China, that was Poseidon, Greek's Poseidon, the entity, that energy. But the god of the Western world was Mars. I feel something that's a whole different video. I'm probably not gonna even make that video, so forget that. But anyways, motivation kills confusion. Like I said in my last video, war is the opposite. War is the opposite of confusion. A lot of people think that war is just chaos. There's no chaos in war. If there was chaos in war, it wouldn't be called war. It would be called a genocide or a fucking when those diseases spread a lot. One of those. That's disorganized. Nobody can control that seemingly. Epidemic. Epidemics are chaos. Rioting is chaos. Rioting's not even chaos. Rioting's a war. But there's no chaos in war. War is very structured. People make money from war. If you watch my video on war is necessary, you know that. Chaos is not necessary. War is necessary. Dance is necessary. Either you're warring with life or you're dancing with it. Which both take a whole hell of a lot of motivation. So I'm going to end this video with that. But I always say in every motherfucking Comcast video, if you're not warring with life and you're not in a total state of chaos, then you're dancing with it. I'm so sorry. War is necessary. The opposite of death is not life. The opposite of life is stagnation. What's the opposite of death? Chaos. Peace. I killed that shit.